Namaste, I bow to you.
Namaste, I bow to you.
Now feel the love in the sanctuary. Lift your voice and repeat after me. We come together.
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 We come together in the name of love.
We come together.
We come together.
We come together.
We come together.
Come together.
We come together in the name of love.
We come together.
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 We come together in the name of love.
We come together.
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 We come together in the name of love.
1, 2, 3.
I'm gonna let Spirit love me now. I'm worthy of this love. I'm gonna let Spirit love me now. I'm worthy of this love. I'm gonna let Spirit love me now. I'm worthy of this love. Gonna let Spirit love me now. I'm worthy of this love. Spirit loves me.
Spirit loves me.
I know that.
I know that.
Spirit loves me.
Spirit loves me.
Oh, that's a fact.
That's a fact.
Yeah. Gonna let Spirit love me now. I'm worthy of this love. Gonna let Spirit love me now. I'm worthy of this love. When I'm down, I turn to you.
Turn to you.
Oh, when I'm down, you pull me through.
Pull me through.
Yeah. Gonna let Spirit love me now. I'm worthy of this love. Gonna let Spirit love me now. I'm worthy of this love. I'm worthy of this love. I'm worthy of this love. I'm worthy of this love.
Yes. Good morning, Ahava Center for Spiritual Living. Ahava is the Hebrew word for love, and we gather together every Sunday knowing that love is always the answer. Yes!
They always have it.
They got it.
They got it.
They're
They got
ready.
it.
So I am Reverend Rainbow, your co-spiritual director, along with our founding minister and my co-spiritual director, Reverend Sunny, and we welcome you here today.
I've always wanted to find something.
If you are joining us online, she's always trying to get me. Well, I don't think you don't even have to try very hard. Actually. So if you're joining us online, thank you for being a part of our global and virtual community. Make sure to say hello in the chat. Let us know where you're tuning in from today. And say hello. Make sure to hit that button of like and subscribe and share. Also in the room, we invite you to take out your phone, take pictures, check in, and let people know that you are here at Ahava sharing the love today.
I bet there's a lot of people online because it's cleaning Sunday after service.
Yeah, you know, I noticed the attendance in person was a little bit lighter today. I was like, because we asked you to stick around and clean.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, I'll just watch from home.
It's
I
good.
mean,
Yeah.
right?
So
We're trying to bribe them with donuts and pizza. We'll see.
and all kinds of things.
We've
but
got some hummus.
Hummus.
Some for
We
everyone.
got some hummus. We are, we're having fun.
Yeah.
I don't know about you all, but we're having fun up here. So we're a conscious community that is committed to curiosity so that we may provide a loving space to be reminded of the truth of who we are. And we are an open and affirming community. So whoever you are, wherever you are on your path of spiritual discovery, you are absolutely welcome here. Mm-hmm. And we also know that we are a reflection of one another. Sometimes that's the good news and sometimes not. But here's what we're going to do this morning, if you are new here or for the first time. We are going to turn to someone and thank them for being a reflection of yourself. In other words, thank you for being a reflection of me.
Thank you for being a reflection of me. And we have a fabulous vision and purpose statement here, so I invite you to repeat after me. We are an inclusive community.
We are an inclusive community.
Committed to global transformation.
Committed to global transformation.
Through personal evolution.
Through personal evolution.
And our purpose, let's do it together. Wake up, step up, and make a difference. And our affirmation.
Yes, we have an affirmation.
All right. So please repeat after me as well. I enter into the limitless expressions.
I enter into the limitless expression
Of the divine as me.
Of the divine as me.
That's deep, Reverend.
It's deep.
That's deep.
Yeah, I think I created
Yeah,
that
I'm
one.
sure you did.
Because it's deep.
Oh!
For those of you who didn't hear that, one of our members said not as deep as Deep Cleaning Sunday.
Yes.
All right. So if you are here
deep.
for the very first time, if you're joining us online for the very first time, we especially welcome you, and please know that your presence makes a difference here in our community. We're changed simply because you are here with us this morning.
Mm-hmm.
And so we want to acknowledge that and give you a special gift here if you're here in the room. If you're online and you would like your special gift, then show up next Sunday and get your special gift. But this Sunday, if you are here for the very first time and you're willing to raise your hand or stand up, one of our core council members is going to come by and give you a gift. Do we have anyone visiting for the first time here in the room this morning? I'm just applauding everybody. All righty. So we are also very grateful and for the many people who give each week of their time, their talent, their treasure. And I want to thank all of those volunteers who serve in order to create this space. So let's give them some love as well.
Thank you, volunteers. And we have some fun things going on. We are in the midst of our Taste of Ahava Summer of Fun and Fundraising. This Friday night, we had some fun, didn't we?
We had some major fun this Friday night.
It was our Farkle tournament.
Farkle tournament.
And our new Farkle queen is Kathy Jones.
Kathy
She won a tournament,
yes.
This Friday, or is it this Friday? I believe, yeah, this Friday is the McConnell Springs. It's our next event. It's going to be a it's going to be a guided tour and scavenger hunt at McConnell Springs on the paved path, so it is easily accessible for all bodies. And they're going to also have food and a lovely picnic together. So if you enjoy nature and want to spend some time together this Friday, you can still get your tickets for that, all ages. And I'm going to have now Jace is going to come up and tell us a little bit about their event coming up in August. Yes.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
So first, I wanted to mention that today, this Sunday, is our monthly Queer and Spirituality meeting. So that's actually happening at Chocolate Holler Chocolate and Coffee Bar in downtown Lexington today.
While we clean.
Yeah, highly recommended, by the way. Delicious coffee, delicious chocolate beverages.
So good.
Wonderful, absolutely wonderful.
I was just saying that you're going to go have chocolate while we're cleaning, but whatever.
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 So I'm here to talk about the event that I'll be hosting on August 5th. It is an artist salon. So it's based on French salons that they would do, where basically all of these artistic people would come together and share things that they had created just in like a a mutual space. It could be writing, it could be visual arts, it could be a performance. So I'm going to offer that to us here. So if you sign up, you can bring some writing, or if you want to sing something, if you want to do a performance, maybe I'll perform in drag, I don't know. And on top of all that, you also get a pretty nice dinner with it. So, so tickets are available for that. And if you have any questions about it or want to know more about it, feel free to come to me. So,
Yay, thank you, Jace. We're so grateful for all that you do for our community and leading queer and spirituality, and that artist salon sounds so fabulous. All right, don't forget to stick around today for our community clean, if we haven't mentioned that enough already. We would love it. And July 18th, online, we are hosting a book study on the book The Body is Not an Apology. It's going to be a 5-week online book study facilitated by Louise Talon and Reverend Cynthia Chinquina, and it's going to be a really profound and deep experience. We do ask that you sign up and commit to come to all 5 weeks. It's not like a drop-in. It's more like a class structure, and it is a love offering, so it's open for anyone around the world who has access to the internet, and you can sign up online for that. Keep an eye out that we're having new Zoom links for our Wednesday night meditation, metaphysical discussion, and for our grief group that is the first Saturday of the month. So those were sent out in the e-newsletter this week and posted in our Facebook group. They're no longer going to be posted publicly on our website because we had a Zoom bombing experience, and so if you make sure you have that information. If you don't have it, reach out to us, get it, spread the word that way so that we can keep our experience sacred. Yes? Okay. So let's give some love to this band, y'all. Woo! We got music director Joe Chinquina on bass. We have Lauren Dechtenberg on keys. John Dittert on drums. Our featured vocalist is Justin Norris. And Mr. Jeff Watts on sound. So I invite you now to take that breath as we move into our centering song and our opening prayer, which will be led by practitioner Louise Talon this morning.
In this place, my soul is free from the life within. I see all the joy of the peace. Carry me. In this place, love abides. Holy light, surrender me. All the joy, all the peace, carry me.
So truly we know that we are carried by the one. For that is all that exists, that one power, one life, one essence that I know is everywhere present in all of its fullness. All the diversity of life is evidence of that one life. And I know this morning that life exists as peace, as love, as freedom, as power, as goodness itself. And I know that whatever is the truth of the one is the truth of me, is the truth of all of creation that is within this space this morning and all of those online. Knowing that, I bless our time together. I bless the words of our beloved ministers. I bless the sounds of our musicians. I bless the hearts and hands and minds of all those who come forward to unleash the holiness in this place. I declare this day good. I declare simply that we are love looking back at love, beauty looking back at beauty, the divine looking back at the divine. And I allow it to be by saying, and so it is.
Lauren, would you be so kind as to do our reading?
Yes, this is entitled, We Have Not Come to Take Prisoners by Hafiz. We have not come here to take prisoners, but to surrender ever more deeply to freedom and joy. We have not come into this exquisite world to hold ourselves hostage from love. Run, my dear, from anything that may not strengthen your precious budding wings. Run like hell, my dear, from anyone likely to put a sharp knife into the sacred, tender vision of your beautiful heart. We have a duty to befriend those aspects of obedience that stand outside of our house and shout to our reason, oh, please, come out and play. For we have not come here to take prisoners or to confine our wondrous spirits, but to experience ever and ever more deeply our divine courage, freedom, and light.
Everything beneath the sun breathes like a harmonium. Pure perfection has begun, shining like a midnight sun. Out of darkness I have come. I see God in everyone. Let me be an instrument, guided by an heaven sent. May these grapes of pain ferment, alchemize to love's content, ever be a sacrament, knowing God is my intent. God baptized in the holy shroud. Please be still and know me now. God is in all I have found. God, let me know your name. Hold me in the same breath as your word. God, I feel you all around. Oh, how you astound me with your grace. God, I feel you all around. Oh, how you astound me with your grace. God, I feel you all around. Oh, how you astound me with your grace. God, let me know your name. Hold me in the same breath as your word. God, I feel you all around. Oh, how you astound me with your grace. Out of darkness I have come. I see God in everyone.
Such a powerful song, yes? Ooh, so let's just take a moment to breathe in the atmosphere that's already been established here this morning, the energy that is coming alive with the oneness of light, with love. The vibration of community love, already expressed through our music and through our very souls and our willingness just simply to be fully present here this morning with one another. Because being here this morning means that you have set the intention to allow the inaudible as well as the audible to resonate with our very soul. Because if it's resonating with your soul, then it's resonating with mine, because the vibration and energy cannot be contained simply in one soul, as we are all connected in and through and as the one. And so you're here, and you're here to hear and to see the essence that cannot be captured in the world. You're here to recognize your true light, your true identity. So here's what's happening. In this moment, we are renewing our minds simply by setting this intention to be here, so that we become more than just the words I am speaking. More than just the words I am speaking now and sharing with you, because to be in relationship with the individual next to you is of the utmost importance. Regardless of whether you know each other or not, you're probably going to know each other by the time this service is over. So take a moment just to take in that divine flow that is flowing through each and every one of us, that awareness that is being activated right now within us through the essence of community, coming together to celebrate the joy of relationships, the vibration of the awareness of the divine spark within all beings, activated right here, right now, through the music and through the musicians, allowing the holy to come forth through their hands, through their voices, through that universal intentionality of love. Whether we know it or not, everything that we do right now, all the actions that we take, all that we feel consciously or unconsciously is personalized and sent out into the world. And so we come together this morning to know the infinite potentiality and possibility of living with that love and the responsibility of relationship. I often say, relationship, who's sailing yours? Is it love? Is it fear? Is it more abundance? Is it peace? Is it harmony? Is it the boundless, overflowing love of the universe that we attempt to express every day here at Ahava? Letting go of anything that would interfere with that divine wholeness. Letting go of anything that would interfere with that state of love. Right here it is. Letting go of the past, the future, and simply being right here, right now. And saying, I am willing to stand for love. I am willing. You know, this month the topic is relationships. And the way we relate to ourselves, one another, the world, and the divine. Everything you see is interconnected and inseparable. We cannot declare that it is a just and equitable world while treating others, meaning people and animals in the earth, unjustly. Now, last week, Reverend Rainbow introduced our theme by looking at the idea that how we treat ourselves offers us a greater insight into how we treat others and how we want to be treated by others. She challenged us to understand that love is generative and it's generated from within. Love is who you are, and healing and knowing that takes time. It's not something that we know overnight unless we're small children or babies. And then, for a lot of us, we're taught that it isn't true. Remembering who we are, you see, can take a lot of time. So be gentle with yourselves as you unravel the years of negative self-talk or put-downs from yourself and others. And you see, this type of inner work is not easy, but it's so worth it, isn't it? It's so worth it. And all that is required to do this work is to plan your work and work your plan and have the willingness to do this, the willingness to explore, to get curious, and to cultivate a deep and loving relationship with yourself. So this week, we're exploring the topic, You and I Are We. Dr. Ernest Holmes wrote, Dr. Ernest Holmes being the founder of Science of Mind, wrote, all nature shows a divine relatedness. I have but to contemplate the blade of grass, the growing leaf, or the solar system to see that the divine who has created me has shaped and arranged all things to prosper and to exist in harmony. When I read this quote and decided to use it today, I had to really contemplate the idea of existing in harmony as I was looking up the names of the latest victims of another mass shooting. Catherine Goldstein, Erna McCarthy, Kevin McCarthy, Jacqueline Sudheim, Stephen Strauss, and Nicholas Toledo Zargaza. Here's what I know. The interrelatedness of all of life means that every action we take affects the world. And as Chief Seattle said, man did not weave the web of life, he is merely a strand in it. Whatever he does to the web, he does to himself. Has anyone here been asking themselves, what in the world is going on? Why are we killing each other? Why are we treating life as though it is something to be discarded like trash that we take out every week? Or, is it just me? Because the truth is, I really don't get it. In just over 26 weeks, we have experienced 309 mass shootings in the United States. This averages out to more than 11 a week. Think about that. And think about this. Mass shootings are a uniquely American epidemic. And these all too frequent tragedies have exacerbated a culture of fear in American society, making it so no public place feels safe anymore. It has taught a generation of children to hide under their desks during active shooter drills. In the 50s and early 60s, we were hiding under our desks because the communists might launch a nuclear attack. This was a make-believe monster created out of a desire to control the populace. But now, the monster is real. There's a reason that this doesn't happen anywhere else. Our country makes it far too easy for people who should not have guns get their hands on weapons of war designed to maximize casualties. Now understand, this is not a talk about taking anyone's gun away. I am a gun owner. However, I am a responsible gun owner, and I don't own an assault rifle. Assault rifles are designed for one reason, and that is to kill large numbers of humans very quickly. There is no reason, in my opinion, for any citizen to need an assault rifle. Hear me when I say we have a big problem. Mental health issues, racism, anti-Semitic, extremist ideology, easily available assault weapons, anti-LGBTQ, social media run amok, religious fanatics, and a toxic political climate. And everyone is affected regardless of whether you listen to the news or not. Whether you bury your head in the sand or not, because consciously or unconsciously we are buying into a culture of fear in America, and that affects us all. Right about now, you may be asking yourself, what does this have to do with spirituality? Everything. Everything. If we changed our beliefs from fear and deepened our awareness of the connectedness to all of life, then our world and everything in it would prosper. And make no mistake about it, we are here to prosper the universe, not to diminish it, which is what's happening right now. Think about this. Were we as individuals, as a country, to embody the truth that there is one source in which all of us live and move and have our being, that we are united with all because all is from this one source, if we were to embody the idea that we are the eternal light itself, then the presence of Spirit as you and me will bless everyone we come into contact with. We will become alive with love, and this love will heal the idea of separation. And because we realize this truth about separation and about ourselves, every living thing on this planet will come alive with this truth and spring forth as a blessing to all. All we have to do is change our thinking about separation And what will happen is we will make laws from the love of humanity instead of the fear of humanity, instead of the fear. We will work together to support mental health and begin to embrace diversity instead of fear it. Our elected officials will actually work together for the good of the people instead of spreading false narratives through social media. What if we really, 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 really started to think of everything as spirit? Realizing that if spirit is all there is, how could there be anything against us? How could there be anything to fear? It is important, you see, to release this myth of separation in order to live within a deeper dimension of your soul. When we live from this place, we will never lose our individuality because we will know that our individual life and the gift we bring contributes to the whole of it all. Because we're in it together. We were designed to be in it together, to support one another, to love one another. And a world, you see, we talk about a world that works for everyone. Well, a world that works for all requires a level of consciousness that has never existed before, because the world we live in right now has never existed before as it does. Our children are dying. Our friends are dying. People who just wanted to celebrate the 4th of July? People are dying for no reason except perhaps going to school. They went to school. They went to a parade. They went to church. And they died. Never before have so many people on the planet had the news, mass information, and an abundance of social connections readily available on our little mini computers that we call cell phones that we carry around daily. This oversaturation of media has never been before, and if we are to manifest a new world that works, then we must evolve into a new consciousness. A consciousness that calls for us into deeper levels of connection in person and via technology. Think about it. In a world where the pandemic pushed us farther apart physically, we found ways to come together digitally in new, creative, and powerful ways. And today we're called to continue to connect with others in powerful and compassionate ways. Communicate, collaborate, cooperate with others in wonderful and meaningful ways that nurture, empower, recognize, and engage. To pledge, to bind ourselves to one another because of the unconditional, immutable, irrefutable, and irresistible power of love. That's what we're called to do. Because here's the thing. We're at the tipping point, folks. We really are. We increasingly live in a country which is run at the highest levels without a sense of compassion and humanity. While there may be room for power and politics in our government, the way we treat each other, the way we treat human beings is not up for debate. We have a war room in Washington, D.C. How come we don't have a peace room? How come we don't have a Department of Peace? Regardless of our political preferences, we increasingly have a choice between acting out of love or acting out of fear. Do we believe that others are worthy of respect and treat them accordingly? Or do we demonize and dehumanize them? And just look at our past if you don't believe me. There's a long history of blaming the other in times of uncertainty and distress. It is easier to point the finger than it is to take responsibility for our part or our contribution to the problem. And it takes a certain level of personal evolution to assume responsibility, to humbly seek to understand, to leave the need to be right behind, and to contribute to the solution. Get out of the problem and into the solution. I'm not always good at this. Admittedly so. I don't know how you are. But hopefully, and I do have hope because it's the last darn thing to die. I have hope that we can do it. If we choose to face every situation, even the smallest and most trivial situations in our lives, with love instead of fear, we can, as a community, shift into a new way of being. A new way to expand the light so that no one can resist caring for one another. Let me leave you with this today. It's a poem by John Donne from No Man is an Island, and it's been modified for today's language. No person is an island, entire of itself. Every person is a piece of the continent, a part of the main. If a clod be washed away by the sea, the world is the less, as well as if a promontory were, as well as if a manner of thy friends or of thine own were. Any person's death diminishes me, because I am involved in humankind, and therefore never sin to know for whom the bell tolls. It tolls for thee. Let's go into prayer. Standing in the power and the presence of love, knowing that there is only one source, one essence, one energy, one vibration, eternally creating out of itself only what is like itself, and never diminished by its creation. Knowing this power and presence as the one source that is love, that is peace, that is joy and abundance and prosperity, that is all good things, wholeness. Knowing this source as that which is eternal and that which is the light that continues to shine. and continues to manifest in and through in each and everything. It is the invisible made visible. And as I know this to be the truth of the one source, I know it is indeed the truth of me, that I am the same, that there is no separation, there is only unity and unification. I know that right here and right now, that as I declare and know that Spirit, that the divine, that God, that whatever it may be, because God is simply a word, whatever it may be, it is the truth of me, and it lives and breathes and has its being as me. So therefore, as I lie upon the temple of truth and speak this word for this community, I know that it is simply Spirit speaking in, through, and as me in this moment. Knowing that as I declare and speak to a world that works for everyone, I know that simply by standing here and speaking my word, that the world is changing in this moment. That everyone within the sound of my voice, the living Spirit of the one source of all, is actually opening up and receiving the divine in this moment as the very life that Spirit is. I know that all we speak about, the work to be done, is already starting to take place in consciousness. And once it's taking place in consciousness, I know that right here and right now, it cannot help but spread unto all those that are receiving in this moment. I know that in a world that works for everyone, our children do not have to hide under desks. In a world that works for everyone, we work together to build, to create, and to make laws out of love and compassion and the caring for humanity, for all. I know that in a world that works for everyone, we celebrate our lives. And we celebrate the ideas of working together politically and socially, so that all are lifted up and acknowledged as beautiful and amazing human beings, as amazing vehicles of light, transforming and transcending anything that would stand in the way of this truth. How beautiful. And I can see it. I can be it. I am it. And I declare and know that for all. And there is nothing that is against this beautiful expression of light. And so I know right here and right now, as I speak this word, that it is already in action, that it is already moving, creating, for it cannot help but do it, because the law always says yes. The law is always working to support, to maintain and sustain every day in every way the word. And so it is with a grateful heart that I simply release my word into that perfect action of the law, knowing that it always says yes. It always says yes. It always says yes. Standing in the power of yes, the place of grace. Shalom, hamdalela, ashe, namaste. This prayer is done. I leave it knowing it is so, and so it is.
We let
Now, before you sit down, turn to someone and say the following: I stand in the power of love.
All right. Thank you for that powerful message, Reverend Sonny. It's like, you know, it had the energy of enough is enough, and love is more than enough, and that's what we're here for. So we're going to move now into our time of conscious giving. It's our opportunity to share in the flow of the good that is this energy expressed as money, knowing that as we give, we open up to that flow of good in our life, and we get to support this fabulous community and all that we are doing in the world. So there is several ways you can give. We're going to pass the basket in the room, but also you can give online. You can simply text the word give to 859-209-6996. You can go to our website. There's a giving tab there, and you can mail in your gifts as well. But let's do this together by placing our hands over our heart and repeating after me. Divine love as me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I joyously contribute to the vision of Ahava, knowing that it returns to me multiplied abundantly. And so it is.
Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful. 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 I'm so grateful, grateful. One, two, three, four. Can't you feel it in your bones? Oh, a change is coming on from every walk of life. People are seeing the light. Can't you feel it in your heart now? A new thing is taking shape. So reach out and touch a hand, yeah, and make a friend if you can. Hey, what about you, my friend? Anytime you come on in, oh, and live a united way. Come on and do it today. Reach out and touch a hand and make a friend if you can. Reach out and touch a hand, yeah, and make a friend if you can. It's been reflected in the attitudes of others just like you. Reach out and touch a hand, yeah, and make a friend if you can. Every day folk are waking up to the need for one another. We're on our way. Come on and do it today. Yeah. Can't you feel it in your heart now? A new thing is taking shape. Reach out and touch a hand and make a friend if you can. Oh, reach out and touch a hand and make a friend if you can. Reach out and touch a hand, yeah, and make a friend if you can. Last time, reach out and touch a hand and make a friend if you can. Oh, reach out and touch a hand and make a friend if you can. Oh, yeah. We love you. If you're there, you're a shining star. Wonderful. Just the way you are. We celebrate your sacred days. We love you just the way you are. We love you just the way you are.
We do, yes. All right. Who's sharing today? All right.
No, Remy doesn't get the microphone. Sorry.
I trust Spirit's plan.
All right.
During class, we were reading a book about a lemon tree, and we made our own homemade lemonade.
Let me guess. When life gives you lemons, you
Make lemonade.
All right. No, what? Tell us.
Well, she did. She made a lemonade stand
Ah.
and got the money so she could go get what she really wanted.
Well, there you go. That's
A
the.
lemon tree for her birthday, but she wanted something else. It was her birthday. So she went and nurtured this tree and did everything, and then had a lemonade stand, and then she got the money, and you can go get.
Well, how industrious. That's the modern day version, right? When life gives you lemons, you make money and buy what you want. Yes. She got what she needed in order to share, not just what she wanted. Oh, this sounds like a profound day with the youth today. So talk to them about what they learned after service and go enjoy your lemonade. Thank you, Remy. Thank you. All right. You guys go enjoy your lemonade, and we'll catch you afterwards. We're still learning inside voices. Who needs an inside voice, really? All right. So we are so grateful for our practitioners who are here to hold us in prayer and support us in whatever we desire to affirm and to know as the truth of life. So you can request prayer. There's a prayer box on your way out to the right there, and a practitioner will support you. You can also request prayer online. Make sure to check out our table of events and also on our website of our second half of Taste of Ahava events and get your tickets in advance. And for those of you sticking around for the clean up, if you can just stick around in the community room, we're going to have pizza and stuff like that. And then Jennifer, raise your hand, Jennifer, will give us kind of some overall plan and instructions after we eat. So thank you for all your support for that as well. And let us stand now. And I invite you to repeat after me. Something wonderful is happening to me right now.
Something wonderful is happening to me right now.
It's this thing called life.
It's this thing called life.
Life is in my mind.
Life is in my mind.
Life is in my body.
Life is in my body.
Life is in my love.
Life is in my love.
I accept it.
I accept it.
I am it.
I am it.
I share it.
And I share it.
Just the way it appears
Just the way it appears.
and just the way it appears not.
Just the way it appears not.
Thank you, life.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way.
Let me live in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way.
Let me live in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way.
I want to thank everyone for coming out this morning. Thank you, Reverend Sonny, for rocking that talk. And thanks to all of you who watched online. Come out and join us next week. We've got a surprise for you. You're coming out and meet the newest member of our music team.